Hi, I'm Josh Matthews. Today I just want to talk about some of the skills of counseling that I saw within the videos that we were assigned this week. After talking about that, I also want to go into just some of my expectations and my views of what counseling would look like compared to what I saw in these videos. The first thing I noticed as far as counseling skills is the good listening skills that those counselors all had. They maintained eye contact, they had positive gestures, but more than that, they were also asking questions to make sure that they were understanding things properly. They were also willing to ask about cultural norms and differences in cultural norms, which I thought was great because it shows that they were actually interested in understanding more in depth about the client than just superficial things. Another thing they also did really well at is just all of the cues that they did and all of the nonverbal cues plus the words and tones of their voice to help the client feel comfortable and relaxed and willing to open up about their experience instead of it just being looking around while they're speaking and maybe being on their phone. They were really into the conversation. They were maintaining eye contact. They were asking little questions like and making little statements and expressions to show that they really were listening. They also would consistently make sure they were understanding the feelings and emotions of the conversations that were happening by rewording things just a little bit and asking, well, and does that make you feel angry? Or they'd say, oh, and that makes you feel really upset because of this. So that's a really great way to get the client to engage more and to just open up about their feelings in general. And finally, the biggest thing too was that all of them consistently summarized the entire conversation after just a few minutes of speech to make sure that they were understanding the main idea of the conversation and that they weren't missing something. And it lets the client know, okay, they really listened to what I said and they really want to know that this is the correct thing that I said. And it helps the client give a chance to say, well, no, that's not exactly what I meant by that. So, all those are great listening skills, and listening skills are a huge part of important counseling. Now, the other question, how is this compared to my personal perceptions of what a counseling session should look like? Me personally, the only counseling sessions I've been involved in were, combat veteran PTSD counseling sessions. So, in my experience, counseling is a little less empathetic. Not that it's not empathetic, but it's a little less, feelings being right out there because some of that is a cultural difference, and it's one of those things that you have to know the culture of the situation. With a lot of the combat veterans, if you go in being really emotional and really showing your feelings, they're going to be a little standoffish towards that, and they're not going to want to be part of that. They'll think it's weird. But, you can't look at that as every combat veteran is going to feel that way. There's a whole spectrum of people just like any cultural norm. So you have to just take the time to figure out what's normal for this person. But so that's one thing that I think I personally would need to work on is adapting my personal experiences and my personal levels of empathy and feelings in a counseling session to more match what, you know, for many people, the counseling sessions that we viewed, how they were much more open and emotional. So that is the thing that I think I would need to work on most or from viewing these videos. Thank you. Have a great day.